It's 11 o'clock, and it's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Tuesday night, January 31st, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I here. 11 o'clock news and odds on this late Tuesday night, and on top straight 11 hour on this late Tuesday night. It is Trump nominates 49-year-old Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court this evening, as he'll take the seat vacant by Deputy Justice Anton Scalia. Apple Incorporated attracted a new swath of iPhone customers over the holiday period, arguing well for more than a significant upgrade to this flagship project this year, and the service of Redwood with the devices are increasingly generated. John F. Kelly, the Secretary of Homeland Security, demanded President Trump's executive order on immigration of Tuesday that does not involve a man. This is a temporary pause, Mr. Kelly said. Bismarck, North Dakota, the acting Secretary of the Army, has directed the Army Incorporated Engineers to proceed with an easement necessary to complete the Dakota Access Pipeline. North Dakota Senator John Overton said on Tuesday. Men suspected 73 people were shot to death by Los Angeles police at a fast food restaurant, Hollywood officials said. For the past few Super Bowls, Budweiser commercials have been more lighthearted and sometimes more thanks to the beloved cocktails, but it's a beautiful tribute to the Civic co-founder, Anheuser-Busch. Iran's foreign minister on Tuesday refused to confirm whether his country recently conducted missile tests, saying that the Iranian missile program is not part of the 2015 nuclear deal with world powers. The fallen is it. The anti-offended Muslims did assault don't even the 9/11 attacks. Vienna, Yemeni rebel suicide boats attacked Saudi warship on patrol in the Red Sea, killing 2 sailors and what the Saudi-led coalition would call an escalation of a nearly 2-year war. Anwar al-Awlaki, inspired of the most heavy Muslim terrorist in the U.S. after he was killed. Now his daughter is dead after the president said family members all should be killed. Far more important is a clear statement, whereas what the executive was wise just in a review, and the department must not only demand what is legal but also seek justice and understand what is right. On Monday, the Trump administration made its first big move in its over-regulation initiative as third over to reach out and aid to propel to regulation from each one-day purpose. President Trump against an expected speech in the coming Milwaukee on Thursday, without saying why or he will reschedule. San Diego, a border patrol official was backfired. The agency unit was named Tuesday chief of agency less than a week after the president resigned under pressure. Democrats intensified their opposition to President Trump on Tuesday by further delaying the confirmation of several of his cabinet nominees in a bitter showdown with the Republicans who accused them of pausing the formation of a new one. At least 13 Jewish community centers were evacuated Tuesday after the third wave of joint bomb threats was made against the religious centers. Washington President Trump issued a message on Tuesday to pharmaceutical companies executive kingdom need delivered to other executives last week, bringing production back to the United States, and then the Trump administration will lower prices. President Trump also will not head to Milwaukee for a previously scheduled visit of Harley-Davidson factory after the company decided it was comfortable on being hosted amid planned protests, administration officials said Tuesday. Amazon said on Tuesday that the plans to build its first air cargo hub to accommodate its growing Philippines, signaling the company is ramping up its expansion of transport and soon and delivering its own packages. Part of the capital position increased by the Albion Financial Group. Frog spit may be some of the catches spin on the planet. That's according to new research on Fox Lab, where it shows that the sickies have tailor-made grab bugs. CRISPR gene editing technology been used for the first time to successfully produce live cows. Increased resistance to bovine and tuberculosis reports news research published in an open-access journal Genome Biology. A tiny wrinkled sack with a big mouth and no anything involved in the earliest known of humans forebears. Meat Stachys granatus, a 540 million-year-old critter in the size of Granite Sound. Noah's fossil was marine were discovered in China. The 68-year-old woman who had been able to talk for decades, she's been invented and been feeding tubes since 2007, and it has been able to them so much that it's been denied communication since 2010. The Affordable Care Act's fourth enrollment session due toward the scheduled close of midnight on Tuesday amid uncertainty over how much action by the Trump administration undercut the law and affected the number of Americans signing up. When the environmental regulations come back to come in a heavy fire from the Trump administration, new research offers powerful evidence of a link between air pollution and dementia risk. If you get malaria somewhere in the tropics and in the British hospital, treatment is pretty simple, at least it used to be. Peter Channel time is now 11:04 p.m. on this late Tuesday night. And take a look at New England Incident Report in Taunton, New Hampshire. First, 1 alarm, Biddleford 381, Mad River Ward, 1 hour ago, multiple departments en route. Peter Channel time is now 11:05 on this 11:04 p.m. on this late Tuesday night, and it's time now for Traveling Transit Report. Baby! let's admit to the commuter rails. Looking get on the subway and the ferries, they are all looking good here. Okay, looking at highways and byways, let's study up down in New York City here, where 95 on the southbound side, it is back to the Bronx side, George Washington Bridge, 95 northbound side, back from England to New Jersey, down to George Washington Bridge in the Bronx. 678 on the southbound side, back to 25 in Queens, Lincoln Tunnel on the west, Midtown Tunnel on the westbound side. It is backed up from Midtown to Manhattan here. Acton Connecticut, Route 9 and stuff go around the Middletown stretch and the New Bridge stretch to the westbound side. 84 westbound side, back around Route 91 in Raven, 91 on the northbound side, back around 291 in Harvard, Connecticut, 91 on the southbound side, back around just around 291, 384, both ends back to Manchester, New Hampshire. 295, both ends back to Connecticut, all here today. Connecticut, Massachusetts border around Webster, 146 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Blackstone, Ariana, and Woonsocket. 24 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Avon all the way down to 123 in Brockton. 44 on both ends is back to the Carbon down to Plymouth. 495 on the northbound side, about 25, 195 Wareham all the way out to Middleborough. And then 495 southbound side, back to 105 in Middleborough. 24 on the northbound side is back to Fall River all the way out to Route 140 in Berkeley. 140 on the southbound side, back on the Berkeley stretch. Route 3 on the northbound side, back to South Pond. And Route 3 stop and go between Marshfield and around Hanover and Hingham and Weymouth. Mass Park eastbound side is back to about 120 western Arlington and Newton. 120 on the north southbound side is back to 95 in Peterbilt Arlington and Linfield. 495 on the northbound side, back to Andover stretch. 495 southbound side, back to Route 3 in Lowell. Mass Park on the eastbound side, back on the Auburn stretch. Every turbine on the north, both ends is backed up from Manchester all day and Nashua. Route 101 on both ends back at Hampton, New Hampshire. Spotted turbine southbound side is back to Route 4 in Durham, New Hampshire. But otherwise, highways and byways black remain out. Looking at Interstate 8 westbound side, it is backed up just on Skyway, New York, and backed up after the New York State 3 in Schenectady and New York State 3 on the northbound side. Westbound side, it is Interstate 87 on the northbound side, backed up around 787 in Troy. And in the Albany stretch. Peter Children's time, 11:06 p.m. on this late Tuesday night. And it's time now for traffic, time now for weather report, and I went outside in Norton and I measured the snow, and I got 2.10 inches of snow right here in the town of Norton, Massachusetts. Here on this Tuesday night, here, Walls. I heard that Providence and Burville got around 4 inches of snow. Alright, our current conditions here at the 11:07 p.m. hour on this late Tuesday night here. 26 degrees on temperature, dew point's 26 degrees, humidity 99%, and barometer pressure 29.82 inches here. Alright, looking at current conditions around the region. 28 in Boston and Norwood, 25 in Bedford, it's 27 in Beverly and Gloucester, and Fitchburg is 21 in Worcester, 28 in Norwood, 27 in Taunton, 28 in New Bedford, it's 30 in Plymouth, and in Falmouth, 32 in Pottstown, 36 in Chatham, and Nantucket, it's 34 in Marston Vineyard, 27 in Providence, and Newport, and 30 Lockon, 33 in Montauk, 30, 28 in Islip, 30 in New York City, 20 in Bridgeport, New Haven, it's 27 in Emory and Middletown, 25 in Hartford and Windsor and Waterbury and Springfield, Massachusetts, 23 degrees out in Orange and North Adams, Massachusetts, 21 in Pittsfield, 25 in Albany and Silver Springs, is 21 in Rutland, 25 in Benton, Brattleboro, Vermont, 23 in Lebanon and Keene and Jackson, Hampshire, and Manchester, Hampshire, Concord, Hampshire, 19 in Lacuna, Hampshire, 25 in Nashville, Hampshire, 26 in Boston, Hampshire, 23 up in Baltimore, Maine. Here. Alright, let's take a look at surface map around the country. Here it shows a cold front from Alberta stretching in the air and around the Northern Great Lakes and the Northern Rockies and up in the eastern Ontario, warm front from the northeastern Ontario and down to western Quebec. Followed by down from Ontario with a pair of low pressure around southern Ontario around Toronto, and followed by from Finger Lakes, New York, stretching up in the northern New England and southern Quebec with a high pressure up in Maine. Here. Pink stretching around western New York down to Pennsylvania, and followed by from eastern Pennsylvania down to New Jersey, and that's to be a pair of low pressures between New Jersey and the Delaware coast. Cold front down in Oregon and a low pressure around Idaho, and a station from Idaho stretching in down to Colorado. American cold front from Colorado down around Oklahoma and stretching around the station front around North Oxford, and a cold front merging with cold front from Kentucky and Tennessee line down around the Smoky Mountains and up in Washington, D.C., and a front of America with a pair of low pressures from western Texas and down. Low pressure down in Mexico, and a station front with a warm front off the northern coast of California, and a front of from northern Oregon stretching up the Victoria coast here. And we got high pressure ridges and up in the western Baja California and Mexico, Fourth Quarter region, and low pressure in Mexico here. 32 degrees in Detroit, 38 in Pittsburgh, it's 46 in Washington, D.C., 59 in Atlanta, 65 in Miami, 64 in Brownsville, Texas, 67 in Dallas, Texas, it's 41 in Kansas City, 36 in Omaha, Nebraska, 35 in Chicago, 33 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 16 in Great Falls, Montana, 38 in Seattle, 55 in San Francisco, it's 59 in Los Angeles, it's 55 in Las Vegas, it's 63 in Salt Lake City, 63 in Phoenix, Arizona, 25 in Salt Lake City, it's 44 in Denver, and 51 in Albuquerque, Mexico. Here. All right, let's take a look at the latest radar on the snow, and it shows some lines of snow showers stretching around the outer cape from east end and Preston, stretching along the south shore from Plymouth up into Quincy and Banana, Greater Boston and the northeast of Massachusetts, and snow stretching down Natick and Medfield around Bellingham, and spotty snow showers east of Springfield and west of Greenfield, and zooming out a little bit, shows some snow showers stretching from eastern New Hampshire and down to southern Maine. And while seeing a line of snow showers from western Massachusetts to western Vermont and upstate New York, and a line of snow showers from Albany, eastern New York from Albany, down one, the 3 down to the Buffalo, and in eastern Ontario, stretching on western Michigan, and the 72 Wisconsin and northern Milwaukee, and some snow showers in Indianapolis, and some rain showers from Illinois, down around central Indiana, and northern Kentucky, and southern West Virginia here. So I'm expecting this to be the snowmaker for tomorrow morning up in the northern portion of New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and north of Boston here. And zooming out, it shows rain stretching in Missouri around St. Louis, and some snow showers from Iowa down to Nebraska down to Dakotas and around Wyoming and southern Idaho down to western portion of Montana down to northeastern Oregon, and some spotty snow showers in Nevada and west central Washington, and some rain showers in southwestern Oregon and down off the California coast here. And some rain showers around Puerto Rico here. Alright, looking at satellite, and it shows a line of clouds coming up north to the northeastern corner of the country, stretching around the Great Lakes and up in the northern plains, and up in the northern Rockies, and then past the northwest, and then stretching down the northern California coast, and patchy clouds in the Fort Quarter region, and around Tennessee, and patchy clouds off the Carolinas, and stretching off the Canadian Maritimes, and a line of clouds coming much of Canada for British Columbia and then for the Canadian Maritimes. Alright, let's take a look at our forecast discussion here. Low pressure will bring a widespread accumulated snowfall to the region this evening and in the early Wednesday. The remainder of the week will trend cold with a bunch of glaciers in at times. Uneventful storms possible sometime late Sunday to Monday. Snowfall continues to get lighter this evening as our region is sort of between systems. Both cloud bases visibilities have also risen, not really expecting snow completely and at least everywhere. The southern New England is this evening. There should be more like a low. Water vapor imagery showing a middle level shortwave about a doorstep. So expecting snow intensity to decrease once more later this evening. That shortwave should be made for snow over the mass back in. Loading the upper end of the total snowfall slightly. Thinking about the initial 1 to 2 inches of snowfall possible to the second wave, and once the forecast remains a track and made minor tweaks to the temperatures and precipitation time and observed trends. And we enter the winter variety in effect until 4 a.m. this morning. Here, 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for most of the Massachusetts, and we're down away from the south coast as well as North Connecticut, and as it taps snow, total distribution 2 to 4 inches possible. Here's lights will continue about 1 and 2 a.m. Some pockets of brief heavy snow may fall across central and northern Massachusetts, mainly near the north of the Massachusetts Turnpike around 3 a.m. and snow will remain tapered from south north at 3 a.m. and untreated was and walkways became slippery in the mid-20s. Our winter advisory for snow means that periods of snow will cause primary travel of clothing and be prepared for some snow and covered with roads and limited visibilities and use caution while driving. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, our chance of snow may end before 3 a.m. Patchback west, cloud skies about 24 degrees, calm and given westbound 5 miles an hour, chance patient 50%. Total nighttime circulation 1 to 2 inches possible. For Wednesday, clouds got occurring most of the times about 43 degrees and west about 7 to 13 miles outside, 26 miles an hour. For Wednesday night, most of the coast about 26 degrees, west about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For Thursday, most sunny to most of the coast about 3 to about 19 degrees, west about 5 to 10 miles an hour. For Friday, sunny podcast about 31 to about 17 degrees. For Saturday, most of the sunny podcast about 30 to about 17 degrees. For Sunday, at chance of snow after 1 p.m. Puts is under most of the coast about 35 about 27 degrees, temperature 30%. And for Monday, most sunny podcast about 40 about 25 degrees. And for Tuesday, most of the skies have about 43 degrees. Peter's with a praise of that. Snow ending and clear and cold, clear and mild for tomorrow. That's going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news, and it's late. Wednesday, Tuesday night, January 31st, 2017. I hope you have a good night with a good positive. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I hope you all have a good night.